Let's talk about the SEC win totals for 2026, starting with Texas at 9.5. Texas hitting 9.5 wins is going to come down to one thing. Which Arch Manning do they get? Do they get the Arch Manning from the first half of last season, whose mechanics were terrible, was wincing when he was throwing, and just looked like a bad quarterback? Or do they get the Arch Manning from the second half of the season last year, who looked really good, was really poised, and looked like a very, very good quarterback? The Longhorns do have a tough schedule, and they do start the season by playing Ohio State next year, which is definitely affecting this number. But if they get the second half Arch Manning, they should hit over 9.5. Then we have Georgia at 9.5. This is a Georgia team that is year in and year out competing for SEC titles. 9.5 seems a little bit low to me. I would definitely be hitting the over on this. I really haven't seen anything that says they're going to have a down year. Then we get Alabama at 8.5, and I think that's a little bit high. This is an Alabama team that has been on the decline ever since Nick Saban retired and Kalen DeBoer has taken over. They also have a very tough 4-game stretch here playing Georgia, Tennessee, A&M, and LSU. The Tide are also bringing in a lot of new guys this year, so it just seems high that they have a tough schedule. It is a program on the decline, and they have a lot of new guys, and we're still going to say they're going to hit 8.5 games. A&M at 8.5 is also high. I mean, this is a team that was good, not great last year. They looked really good until they started playing good teams. They lost to Texas. They lost in the college football playoffs. Marcel Reed didn't look great as the lights got brighter when he had to play against good teams. He had accuracy issues all year, but when they were playing great teams, those got worse. A&M also has a much tougher schedule this year, playing at LSU, at Alabama, playing Tennessee, playing Oklahoma, and playing Texas. I just don't know if I see 8.5 wins coming from A&M here. 8.5 for LSU is high, but understandably high. They are getting a new head coach, and Kiffin, a very good head coach, a better head coach than they had last year, but I don't know if he'll be able to turn it around that quick. Yes, they are bringing in Sam Leavitt, and he's a good quarterback, probably better than they had last year, but he still has to bring his guys in. You don't completely transform the roster in 1 year. They also have a tough schedule playing Clemson, Ole Miss, and A&M to start the year. None of those games are gimme games. Then they play Auburn and Alabama later on in the season. Just don't see LSU winning 9 games in the first year of the Kiffin era. Then we have Oklahoma at 7.5, and I think that's low. I think this Oklahoma team was really good last year, just not great. They only lost 2 regular season games last year, and one of those was when John Mateer was very clearly not ready to play, and it was a rivalry game. I think Oklahoma gets better this year than they were last year, and I think they win more than 7.5 games by a large margin. Then we have the most interesting one with Ole Miss at 7.5, and I think that is insanely low for this Ole Miss team. Ole Miss is getting Trinidad Shambles back, and he should only be better than he was last year. I also think that they looked better with Pete Golding than they did with Lane Kiffin last year. The Rebs have a pretty easy schedule next year. It's only like 5 tough games, and I don't think they're going to lose all 5 of those games. I think 7.5 is super low for Ole Miss, and I would absolutely hammer the over. But let me know what you think in the comments. Are these good win totals, or are these way off? And make sure to like and follow if you like college football content.